The question is, what is Yaghna and what is Tapas? Yaghna is an offering. What you can offer to God is called Yaghna. Tell me what you can offer to God.
My devotion.
So devotion is your state. What you can offer to God.
My time.
What you do with God, God will do the time. He has infinite time. What will you do with your time?
Whatever He gives to me, I can give it back symbolically, saying Krishna promise. That is all I can do.
So what is that? What He gives to you?
Everything. My food.
See, the God Himself manifests as the beings. All living beings are nothing but a reflection of God. That I am principle in everybody is God, a reflection of God. So, in essence, God has come as all living beings. Whatever service you can do to the humanity, to the living beings, is an offering to God. Okay. So, normally what we think is God, service to God is doing puja. Puja is only a beginning step. From that, you have to go out. Everything you see all around is a reflection of God in some way or the other way. The God is there in every living being. To experience that God in every living being and do service to the being is called Yaghna. This Yaghna is described in 5 terms: Pancha Yaghna, Deva Yaghna, Pitra Yaghna, Rishi Yaghna, Manushi Yaghna, Bhuta Yaghna. Deva Yaghna means service to divine beings, service to God. So that can be your puja, what you do in home. That can be do homa or yajna or Vedic mantra practices, what you do. So more importantly, devatas are the forces of nature who are responsible for environmental balance. Whatever service you can do to restore the balance is called Deva Yajna. Then there is Pitra Yajna. Pitra Yajna means your survival today has been because the humanity as a whole and your ancestors in particular have survived. The condition of life has not been any time easy. It's always tough. Wars, famine, diseases, fights, everything goes on. In spite of that, they survived, and because of they survived, they brought up the progeny, and that's why you survived. So there is a continuity. So being respectful to them is Pitrayadna. So being respectful to them means taking care of the elders, senior citizens, helping them is part of it. Being respectful to them also means that there is a wisdom which flows continuously from generation to generation. So this wisdom, in the earlier days, it used to get transferred in a house. The senior citizens used to live with the grandchildren. The parents used to go to work. Senior citizens used to transfer the wisdom to the children. There was a learning happening through stories and all. Now that system has collapsed because of whatever reason. And possibly the senior systems may themselves may not have some wisdom because of whatever reason. So, but then the wisdom which comes from generation to generation, especially the spiritual wisdom, to preserve it and to teach it to the next generation is Pitrayadna. Then comes Manushayadna. Human being is Nara. Narayana is in the heart of human beings in the form of I am. I am is that Atmajyothi, the light of the self, which is there in the heart of every living being. To respect that light, to do the service to the human beings, whoever is needy, to the extent of your ability, extent based on your skills, is called Manushayadna. Devayadna, Manushayadna, Pitrayadna. Bhuta Yajna means The divine, that Narayana, the supreme reality, has also manifested as I am principle in all living beings, including ant, mosquito, all living beings. The living beings, being compassionate to living beings, reducing their suffering, helping them, is a part of both Yajna. Today humanity is about 6 or 7 billion, and for 6 or 7 billion, almost a day, per day, a billion animals are slaughtered. They are not slaughtered, there is no mercy in that. There is very violence, lot of torture. So that's a karma. No point in the history of humanity such amount of violence has happened against animals. We have reached the peak of violence. Every day we are wiping out lot of species of animals, plants. This is the crime, this is a karma. Any action, small action you can do to be a compassionate to living beings is Bhutayatna. Then ultimately Rushiyatna is the wisdom of enlightenment, wisdom of liberation, the spiritual teachings of the master. First listen, surrender, understand from the master, bring that light in your life and share the light. This is Rushiyatna. This is the highest of all the yajnas. What I am doing is now Rushiyatna. Okay. So these are the 5 yajnas. These are called Pancha Mahayajna. So this is a dharma. When you say dharma, dharma means this much only. So we have a concept of dharma is religion. Dharma is service. Yajna. So service can be, so you have to take care of your family or to survive. You need to do some work. So you do that. So some amount of skills and surplus what you develop, use it for service. And when you do work, do it as a service to God. Service to God for earning your livelihood. And whatever you get extra, try to do other than what is required family, so your survival. Try to do in your time or money or whatever is that, a service for Panchayatna. This is called dharma, and this is only dharma. People have different concepts of dharma. Dharma is this much only. This is called Pancha Mahayajna. Now if you do dharma, if you lead a dharmic way of life, the mind becomes purified. The effect of dharma is dharmo rakshati rachita. So it protects you in the sense not that it will get protection from outside. Your mental peace is protected. You will become peaceful. You will become very relaxed deep inside, and you open up for higher wisdom. Then 6th yajna will happen. The Mahayajna, 6th Mahayajna is actually you offer. Earlier you are offering your energy and money, time for service. Now you offer the ultimate, which is your ego. You drop your ego and become, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. The ego principle is offered. This is the 6th yajna. This is called enlightenment. Okay. So after enlightenment, that's what we are discussing before you came here today. Possibly you will continue and teach and help people. Possibly your body, mind and intellect vehicle can be used by higher consciousness to teach, to take care of a larger purpose of life. So this is what is called dharma. 6 Panchamahayajnas and yajna. 6th yajna. So now what is tapas? Tapas means to burn. Okay. Now tapas is to burn what? In modern day terminology, tapas can be translated into self-discipline. Okay. Why does some self-discipline is there? Somebody will get up at 6 o'clock and go to gym. The self-discipline is there. Nobody tells him to get up at 6 o'clock and go to gym because he wants to go and build his body. Somebody like P.T. Usha runs in a seashore with the sandbags on her shoulder. It's a self-discipline. It's a tapas practice, physical level, for winning Olympics. So tapas can be performed for physical activities, building strength, or any other activity. But tapas also can be built for spiritual purpose. So purify yourself, purify your impressions, so that you are ready for higher level evolution, higher level consciousness, God relation. So all practices which you do for purifying your inner purification, for your evolution, is called tapas. That's self-discipline. It can be at physical level, it can be mental level, it can be intellectual level. At the physical level, it becomes karma yoga and hatha yoga. At mental and energy level, it becomes kriya yoga and dhyana. At deeper level, at mental level, it can also be devotion. At intellectual level, it becomes jnana yoga, study of scriptures and teaching of scriptures. So all these things will purify you. Okay, then you can do fasting once in a while and not indulge in something which will distract your focus, right? So for example, somebody is studying for a PhD or somebody is studying for a research, then the person will not go into movie and all get distracted. Is focused. Similarly, when your mind becomes focused on spiritual upliftment, a lot of things, unnecessary things, you don't want to get dragged. You focus, evolve. So all these will burn your impurities, burn your karmic impressions. The burning process is called tapas. Yagna means service, yagna means offering, tapas means burning. Any questions?